Maddie, and about a year ago, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. If you're like I was, you probably don't have a lot of information on what that is, or you may have misinformation. While society as a whole and the media have done a great job to reduce stigma around mental health disorders, including anxiety and depression, I believe there's still a lot of work left to be done. While this disorder only affects about 2% of the population, you never know who around you suffers and may have this disorder. My goal today is to reduce the stigma around bipolar disorder by discussing what exactly it is, explaining the difference between manic and depressive episodes, and explaining causes and treatments. So what exactly is bipolar disorder? Formerly known as manic depression, it is a mood disorder characterized by extreme mood swings, including emotional highs known as mania and lows known as depression. Essentially, the brain produces either too much dopamine or not enough. There are about 7 million people in the United States who are diagnosed with this disorder, although there are people out there living with bipolar who don't know it. It is important to understand that bipolar is different for everyone, including the symptoms that they will experience, the time between episodes, and the length of the episodes. So what is an episode? Most of you are probably familiar with depression. I do have a PET scan of a regular brain here and a depressed brain here. It does include feelings of sadness, loneliness, lack of energy, changes in appetite, and sleeping patterns, including either experiencing insomnia or excessive need for sleep to feel rested. A person experiencing depression may have trouble getting out of bed in the morning, tending to hygiene tasks such as brushing their teeth or showering, or may even experience suicidal thoughts. I have included the suicide prevention hotline number here. In extreme cases, a person with depression may experience what is known as disassociation. This is a feeling of disconnection from the body or your surroundings. Depressive episodes will typically last at least 2 weeks, but can last up to several months. Now, what makes bipolar different from depression is that a person will experience a manic episode. Manic is on the other end of the spectrum from depression, or the opposite end of the pole, which is where bipolar gets its name. Manic episodes include increased energy, feelings of euphoria, racing thoughts, excessive speaking, and reduced need for sleep. While feelings of euphoria and reduced need for sleep sound great, mania can actually be pretty dangerous. A person experiencing mania may experience an exaggerated self-confidence. Essentially, they feel invincible. A person experiencing mania can also have poor decision-making or reckless behavior. Sometimes they may go on a spending spree, spending hundreds or thousands of dollars, or partake in risky sexual behavior. In extreme cases, a person can sometimes experience what is known as psychosis. In this case, they lose touch with reality by either experiencing hallucinations or delusions. A delusion is an unshakable feeling that something that isn't likely is going to happen to them, or believing something that is true is not true. While this is most often associated with schizophrenia, it can and does happen to people with bipolar. So what causes bipolar? Bipolar is most thought to be associated with genetics, but brain chemistry and environment can play a factor. Research is currently ongoing to find the true cause. To be diagnosed, a medical health professional will look at your family history or use a medical health evaluation. While there is no cure for bipolar, therapy and medication are used to treat. And there is this medication called Latuda here. Bipolar is typically diagnosed in teenage years or early 20s, but because it closely resembles depression, it can sometimes be misdiagnosed. Some people go through crippling debt or deteriorating marriage before they get the help that they need. But don't be misled. A person with bipolar has the capacity to lead a healthy and stable life. Just being aware of the signs and symptoms can make a huge difference. I hope after today you are a little bit more knowledgeable about what bipolar is. We can end the stigma together. Thank you so much.